Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Solutions. Oh, it's hot here. 110 on Wednesday. That's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Totally uncalled for. Anyway, welcome. This is a spiritual reading, and we are here to hopefully find some solutions. Now, I can't say I have a solution to the heat or to the weather, but we'll see what the cards have to say. But you know what? You can't see what the cards say if you're just looking at me. You need to look at the table. So let me switch it down. Be right with you. There you go. Here's my table. Welcome. Explain to you a little bit about the cards. This is a layout of the 4 directions. They also represent the 4 elements. In the center, we will find a map on how to get around the 4 directions. Out here, we have a message from Spirit that will be about self-care this week. And out here, we have a message from the animals, from our little furry, sweet baby companions to the wild ones. What do they have to tell us about the week ahead? So, are you guys ready to start? I sure am. I could usually go into this long explanation that takes us 10 minutes in before we even get a card read. I don't want to do that today. I don't want to do that anymore. So, are you ready? Here we go. Let's begin. Let's begin by taking a look at our current situation, which is this right here. This is the Mystical Shaman deck. Oh, I love this card. By Colette Baron Reed. And we got the spiral. So many things connected to this. It's a 5 card. It's, to me, the way I look at time, that's how it goes. It works in a spiral, not in a line. Everything, even the Native Americans believe that everything works in a circle. Life's energy is represented in their art by the spiral. Pardon me. This is true to where we are. This card is about conflict, change, and instability. And it is so bad, it's so bad with us, we're on our heads. We're all standing on our heads, trying to figure out what's going to happen next. Do you really like exhausting yourselves? Huh? Yeah, I'm going to lecture you for a minute. You keep asking the same stuff over and over, and we keep giving you the same answers. I know that timing is everything, but you're not giving it time. We mean more than a day sometimes. Sometimes it can be more than a year or more than a decade, because it's all divine timing, and the divine has no sense of human time. This spiral, still like linear time, is a sense of human time. Each one of these divisions in this spiral, in this snail shell, this ammonite, each one of those divisions is an event in your life. Now, you may be pretty young and haven't had a whole lot of major events happen in your life, hopefully. And so you will find a lot of these will be empty or hidden from you, because you haven't reached this out here yet. But even you will find there will be bits and pieces of things you're working on to heal that will come up again once they all line up again, as you get to that spot in the circle. Basically, to remember about life being a circle is the concept that even the strongest man, before he dies, resorts back to being a child again. That is life's circle. I'm hearing from this card, we are so focused on timing and getting the results we want in our timing that it's making us very unstable. And it is also, instead of sending out light in perspective ways that are positive, you're sending your energy out, not your light. You're sending your energy out maybe to forces that really don't deserve it, because those forces are just there to steal your energy, suck it away from you. Once again, I get the message. Be careful of who you associate with and how they affect your energy. If you chat with someone that you met online and you think they're a terrific person, when you get offline from them, pull back and notice, how am I feeling? What did that conversation mean to me? What was the possibilities of what that conversation may have meant to the other person you were talking to? I'm not saying analyze everything you're saying, but I'm saying if you get that feeling that something is off, that's where you start. Start by analyzing your communications and your concept of time. Who sets the deadlines in your life? I think it's pretty much us. So what do we want to be? Where do we want to be? Instead of worrying about that spiral and what's coming up next. We want to be so filled with trust in these final stages of this transformation that we want to be lost in space, just floating along in the flow, and all we need is a little nudge for direction. What a magnificently beautiful card. And I love that it's focused on North and South America. Very interesting. I'm also looking at this angel. She's got a big wing over on this side, but where's the matching one on this side? Could she be lost because she's been flapping her wings around in a circle? Because she's so focused on what's happening down here on the planet that she can't see the energy and love and messages coming into her from spirit through her crown chakra. We want to be where we are just lost in space, getting that nudge of direction and going with it, not worrying about it, not being afraid because it's somewhere different and scary. Just go. Just drift along. Now, I don't mean unconscious. But your life needs to flow more like the leaf drifting along the river, on that lazy summer river. So here we have a 10 card and a 9 card. Get a lot of messages about being at the end of a cycle. I'm ready to get into the beginning of the new. Okay. So that when we look back on this time, we know we're looking back on it with a goodbye. Not a, oh my gosh, what else do we not know about? I don't know if that's how you feel, but that's how I feel. Anyway, back to the cards. Let's see what Gaia has to tell us about being lost in space instead of being worried about time. Oh, these cards are, 3 of these are by Colette Baron Reed. This is, like I said before, the Mystical Shaman deck. This is the Shaman's Dream, and this is the Enchanted Map. Now we are going to be looking at the Wisdom Oracle by Los Scarabeo. Ah, Dali, for you, my dear. There's your flicker feather. It's been stuck there in this clump of quartz crystals, this cluster of them. I don't know how many years, probably at least 3 or 4 years it's been in there. We were talking about it the other day. Sorry, everybody. I digress. We get the Truth card. Our message about the Valley and about Gaia is the truth. The beautiful card. Your harp will play in perfect harmony as long as it sings with your beautiful, growing and blooming truth. It will stay forever tuned without needing care as long as it plays and accompanies your voice of truth. Let's see what the book tells us about this. It's one thing about these cards, this particular deck. All the Los Scarabeo, it's a Barbara Moore deck, by the way. Published by Los Scarabeo. And we're looking at number 25, Truth. The flowers in the harp are the foxglove. They help to open the heart. I'm going to pick it up and hold it up there for you so you can see it a little better. There we go. And they express your feelings. They help open your heart and help you to express your feelings. Amazonite, which is those stones in the harp, promote knowing and speaking the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The wheels of society are greased by civility, which sometimes means not always speaking the truth or the whole truth. However, in this situation, you are called upon to understand your own truth and to speak it clearly. No matter how strange it may seem, your truth is the music of your brave heart. Offer it to the world. There's a little affirmation down here. Also with it, it says, I actively pursue my own truth and value it. I have the courage to sing my own unique, divinely inspired song, knowing that it adds to the goodness of the world. As long as you speak your truth, sing your song, write your music, enjoy your life. No valley, no wide open field like what's behind her. See that back there? There's my pointer. See back there? Wide open back here. She didn't care. That just helps her music carry farther. She doesn't feel exposed. She wants to be exposed. That's not an obstacle. That big open mowed grassy field. Even if it had not been mowed, she couldn't hide there. The grass doesn't get quite that tall. So in this card, Spirit is saying, know what you stand for. Know your purpose. I can't help you with that. No one else can. Only you and Spirit can work on that together. However, you choose to work on it, be it on doing shadow work, whatever you're being called to do, learning a new tool, learning about crystals, learning about plants, having a mastery of something in the metaphysical world and in the esoteric world just opens you up for more of the same to come in. So whatever you want a lot of, learn the most you can about. Get your hands on every bit of information that you can so you can sing your song perfectly in harmony and in tune. I like this card. Thank you, Gaia. You do that, she's going to bloom and blossom. We'll all bloom and blossom. Focus on the harmony inside your heart. And speak your truth. See what we have in the mountain. Ho! Okay. We get the Tower card in reverse. Okie dokie. Massive change is coming. Yes, it is. This card, by it being upside down, is telling us that we're averting disaster and we're delaying the inevitable by resisting change. What do you want? Do you want things to be the way they are and the way they always have been? Being lied to, deceived, and used? Or do you want what is promised to come in the new, with opportunities like you have no idea? The abundance that's attached to it. See that crown? It has the farthest to fall when it's right side up. It symbolizes the righteous decisions. So if your righteous decisions are closest to the ground when the Tower is overtaking delays and finally starting to bring in what you're looking for, it's because it's based on the abundance of this crown. It doesn't have a long ways to fall because it's there. It's a part of your foundation. It's a part of our foundation. And it's a part of the mountain. Talk about extreme obstacle card for a mountain card. Oh, by the way, this is the Esoteric Feminine deck. Who's it by? Yeah. By Weisspell. I find that fascinating that we get the Tower card. I'm going to read what this book says. We all know. We know what the Tower is. But what is it in the reverse? Here. Oh my goodness. I hope you're all having a wonderful vacation, a weekend. Or if you're having a vacation, that's even better. Okay, this card, the keywords are overcoming disaster, delaying the inevitable, and resisting change. When you get the Tower card reversed, you can feel some crises looming along on the horizon. And you are struggling as much as you can to try and avoid this manifestation. What you relied on will no longer be there for you. Do not take this as a drastic and depressing change. It is time for you to become more self-reliant. That's telling me all the things that you held dear as your foundation are about to change. Can you stand on your own 2 feet? If not, you need to figure it out. And you need to figure it out soon, because it's going to be required of you. It's going to be required of all of us. Oh my gosh. So instead of being focused on these little itty bitty bits in events, in crises, traumas in our lives that help shape our lives, yes. But that's all it should do. It should not be a focus of our life, because you'll visit again. As long as it's in your mind and you don't let it go, it will reappear and reappear and reappear. So, we need to know how to get over here to where we are so relaxed in who we are that the only thing we need for us for direction is a little nudge from spirit, because we're floating lost in space, just waiting for our turn at the ending of the cycle, at the ending of the cycle. So while we wait here, we sing our song, vocalize our voice, and bloom in ways that will only help us rebuild our foundation when the change comes. Wow. How do we get to maneuver through all of this? This is crazy. See what the map has to tell us. Do your ceremonies. Do everything you can to keep calm. This being a 49 breaks up to down to a 4 and a 9 makes 13, which makes a 4, which is about manifestation, stability, and foundation. Do whatever ceremonies you need. Do you need a talisman to carry on you or around you to help you feel secure during this time of change? Because whether you are prepared emotionally, financially, psychically, or not, it's here. And it is asking you to expose your healed heart. That's why this drape is green. Expose your healed heart. Let the last demons and dragons go, so that you can jump into the flow and continue on your path unencumbered and fully knowing that no matter what exposes you, you have nothing to hide. You're protected, and the darkness cannot get to you. That is our fear. This map is telling you, you need to figure out what ceremonies, what talismans, what stones. If you need cards, whatever you need to do to help keep yourself stable, utilize that practice. That will strengthen your foundation. It will keep you blooming, and it'll keep you on track as you voice your truth, because it keeps you connected to your higher self, which is lost in space and floating freely, unencumbered, just needing that little bit of a puff of air to change direction, freely, openly, and unafraid. So what ceremonies do you do? Do you have something you do during astrological times? Natural ceremonies, cleansing ceremonies. It's all up to you. It's your truth. It's your walk. It's your time. It's your period of attainment and fulfillment and fruition. It's up to you how you use your ceremonies, your practices, whatever they may be. If you go to church and pray, go to church and pray your heart out. Sometimes going to a church, not on a day of a service where you're completely alone in the sanctuary, where you can sit in there in the quiet and just pray. It's magnificent. Try it sometime. Whether you're a Christian or not, that building has been focused on good vibrations. It has been focused on the Creator and making this a better world. And when there's no other humans in there to confuse you or confuse the issue or reinterpret things for you, that's when you can hear the real messages that are coming from the Creator and the Master Jesus. So if you get the opportunity, go to a church or a synagogue or a mosque and just be quiet and listen to the stillness. That is your talisman. It's to know you can wander through any of those buildings, any of those faiths, without fear of reprisal. Isn't that a pretty fantastic thing? So there's no reason why you can't live with everybody in harmony. What are you afraid of? There's nothing, truly, honestly, to be afraid of. Wow, thank you for directions. What a message. So our sunset and our fire are focused on the little itty bits and moments of time, to the point of worry. Our sunrise and the promise of the new day is to be lost in space, not worried anymore, just needing a little bit of a nudge for direction. Our message from Gaia and the message in the south from the valley is to speak your truth. Speak it honestly, and it will always harmonize and always be beautiful and bloom. It will be packed with energy of love, purification, and transformation. You do all of this up here in the mountain. When you finally reach there, you won't need to worry about the tower turning upside down because you're at the end of your cycle. You're becoming here. The next step is this card. But you must have a solid foundation based on purity from your practices. Wow. Okay. What's our message from Spirit, please? Oh, did I say who this was from? This is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot, and it is, I think I tried to tell you once, and all I got out was Wayspell. Wayspell and I'm looking. The book that goes with these cards is packed with all kinds of quick reference meanings to cards and all kind of how to develop your intuitive power. So yeah, it's copyrighted by Wayspell. Anyhow, what's our self-care message from Spirit, please? Beautiful. Find and make time to meditate. It's going to get really confusing what the truth is, because you're going to get bombarded from every direction. And some of it is going to be so ludicrous, sound so ludicrous, you're going to go, that can't be true. But guess what? It is. So to find your calm and your peace, where no one can take it from you, you must honor your policies, practices, and meditate. Find that quiet place where time means nothing, because time truly does mean nothing. And meditate. If that means you put on music and just listen to it, soon you will hear voices coming to you, or you'll get pictures of places you know you've never been before. At least that's what happens with me. That's a beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit. And it being an 8 card, it's telling you that once you do that, once you get where you can meditate, then you have reached the accomplishment of the action of mastery. Because you can turn out and turn off the mindful, monkey mindful noise and become more mindful, more focused on where you put your mind and your energy, not everywhere that is screaming at you for it. That'll exhaust you very quickly. Also understand that when you meditate, you are also recharging. So if you're feeling very exhausted lately and you have not been meditating or following your practices, your ceremonial practices, this card is telling you the key to feeling better is to meditate. Get back into your practice. Okay, critters, you beautiful critters that we all love so much, what are you telling us today? Yes, the truth is you're far more capable than you feel. I've really been struggling lately, I don't know about you guys, just making myself have the energy that I need to, just to do something as simple as sit here and do a card reading for you all. It is like moving through very thick, I don't know, half cured concrete. So this is a wonderful card to get. So slow. And you got to take your time moving through the thick mud. Take the time you need. Because you're more capable than you realize. So, hang in there. We got this. We have got this. I thank you guys so much for being here. This went a little bit long, so I won't dilly-dally in asking you about, subscribing and liking and ringing the bell and all that cute stuff. But, if you want to do all that so that you can come back, I really would love to have you back here. And we'll see ya. Make kindness a habit so that we can thrive together, not divided. I thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.